Nice, nice. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to seeing you fight in March in Seattle, but I'm glad the UFC is back overall. It was a tough few. How long was it? It was off. Was it 6 weeks, 8 weeks?
Yeah, I think there were. Well, I think there was 5 weekends that it was off, but the gap from one show to another was 6 weeks. I think. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
I
Like,
don't know about you, but I started watching sports. Sorry,
yeah.
sorry.
Well, no, I was talking to one of the people that works with my management, and he was saying that it was because the Paramount Plus deal was going on, and he said that originally the UFC, when they were going to switch to Paramount Plus, they were going to try to do like 4 or 5 pay-per-view cards in a row. Like they did 2 of them back to back because they really wanted to like make a big impression on the Paramount Plus, and I think they were going to try to do like multiple cards, like 4 or 5. He said, but they realized that the star power was going to be tough to find for that many cards in a row. You had to get like all the champions to want to fight and be available and not injured, and like you got to get all the top guys to be ready to rock and roll within that short amount of time. So I think they realized it wasn't going to be they weren't going to be able to do that, and so but they started off pretty big with the Paramount Plus having 2 pay per view cards, and I think it's going to have a lot of traction, and people are it's going to expand the fan base a little bit more.
Yeah. I'm glad it's back. I started watching sports I'd never watched. What might be a blessing in disguise because now I'm sort of into NBA.
Oh, there you
We
go.
don't have
Yeah,
that here, really. Yeah. So
yeah. I think.
it's but did you watch UFC? Yeah, go. Sorry, bro.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, like luckily for us, is it was football season, so like I'm not a huge football fan, but since there was no UFC, it was like, and I got, I'm a fan of the Seattle Seahawks because I'm from Seattle, so we would watch, them play, and then like, if you get bored, you could watch other sports like NBA, MLB, and stuff like that. But luckily for us at the time during the UFC shutdown, there was or the transition of it, there was a NFL going on, so we were just biding time with that. But it felt like UFC hadn't been played for like it felt like multiple months versus just like only 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah, it seems to have lasted forever. Did you watch UFC 324?
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. And,
What did you think of the main event?
it was
Gaethje
good,
and Paddy. Obviously,
obviously.
you've been in there.
Yeah. Obviously, like since I fought Patty, but also I've trained with Patty ever since then as well. He's come to Vegas and coming to Extreme Couture, and got some training in with him as well. And people always like, people will send me messages on like Instagram, Facebook, and be like, "Oh fuck, Patty, you beat Patty." It's like, but it's like I don't have like any animosity or resentment towards Patty. Like it's not his fault. Like he's just, we just fought and shared the cage. And honestly, I have more respect for guys I fought in the cage than other people outside the cage. So, just I know Justin Gaethje too. Like Justin Gaethje has been in our gym as well. So I, I was kind of split on it. Either guy could win. I was just looking forward to a good fight, and sure enough, they definitely delivered on that. And Patty saying that Scousers don't get knocked out, like he definitely showcased that, man. The guy took a fucking ass whooping, and props to him, and fair game by him, but to hold it together for 25 minutes because Justin Gaethje really gave him everything and the kitchen sink. I think the one thing I was a little surprised about was Justin Gaethje looked a little thicker than normal, and then obviously people were talking about his neck, and I was curious if he would. And his weight cut was seemed like he weighed in I think like an hour after Patty did. Like Patty was like had an easier weight cut, and like I think the rumor is that Justin Gaethje was on antibiotics, and he could have been maybe because he might have had some staph, but. I mean, for 25 minutes, he was able to, keep up and keep it going. I thought he was going to fade out, but definitely made it, made it quite the war. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't even know what he's made. Either one of those guys is made out of. They just have the ability to take damage, and obviously Justin Gaethje's been able to do that his entire career. So some people just have, a granite chin, and some people don't. But both those guys definitely do, and it made out for a fantastic show for us.
Yeah, yeah. I really thought Paddy was going to win. With him being the younger guy,
Yeah.
but I feel a bit bad for him now. He's been getting shit from all angles. I guess that's just part of the game. But all the people, Taporia, Arman, Islam, just been getting it from all angles. But yeah, he showed heart in that fight, 100%.
Yeah, and I think also the whole situation, like, you look at the resumes of Paddy and the resumes of Justin Gaethje. Obviously, you would have to side that Justin Gaethje has had a crazier resume. He's fought so many of the tough elite top 155ers. And Paddy, his resume is a little lackluster to fight for any kind of title, in my opinion. And I think in a lot of those guys' opinions as well. And although he did go out there and he showed his heart and his determination and his persistence and his abilities, I think people just have a little bit of a slight with Paddy, just thinking that he kind of got there a little bit easier than most people would, and but he did go out there and like if he would have got finished in a second, people would have been like, yeah, I told you so. But I think he gained a lot of respect with being able to go into a fight multiple times, getting knocked down, and being able to come out at the other end and not get finished. And so, but I think really a lot of people were giving him shit is because of his route to that seemed a bit easier than most.